مهمة هتشكل ملامح جمهورية قوية، جمهورية جديدة الكل فيها واخد حقه وفخور بإنجازات بلده.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by our guest for this afternoon, Dr. Maya El-Batran, Professor at Cairo University. Dr. Maya, very good afternoon to you, ma'am.
A great and fantastic evening for you and all our spectators.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for your time. Let me start, Doctor, by asking you, how do you see the importance of the National Dialogue, as today we witnessed the National Dialogue Board of Trustees opening the first session of the National Dialogue held at the National Training Academy?
Thank you very much for such a question and having the platform to say this on an international level. What I would like to say is that the national platform is a very good starting point to say where we are today. In order for us to sit together, as we are doing now on a very publicized, informative
platform, yes,
platform way on a local level, and it is seen all over the world. It's saying we Egyptians are discussing our future. We Egyptians are discussing our differences in a well-governed way in order to create a better future for us and our children. But in order for us to be doing this, where are we as Egyptians in the world today? We are a country who has passed through the grinder, as we say. The 3rd of July was a shifting point in our recent history where we all went down without a dialogue and collectively said we are supporting a new leadership in order to secure a future. After that, this is 8 years later, we are saying, where did we go and what do we want to alter? In order to say what do we want, we have to really say, where are we? We are a nation that has realized fantastic successes over the past 8 years. I like to use the English word that is very much used in technology and the industry, the revolution. It is called disruptive change, which is an intrinsic change in the reality that we are living in. This intrinsic change went and covered the sector. For example, people are looking at roads, normal roads. We have a lot of new roads. No, we are not have a lot of new roads. We have had ever since, if I may use this example, ever since Ramses was on top of his army cart, which was a revolution at the time, Egypt for the past thousands of years have had in total 7,000 kilometers of roads that mainly related the north to the south, beside the Nile. Today in Egypt, you know how many kilometers we have? We have 15,000 kilometers of roads. So we more than doubled our network of roads, and they are not north to south. They are north to south, west to east, diagonal, relating all of Egypt at the same time. So this is a real intrinsic change of relating the country together, creating an infrastructure of movement of people, of goods, of security, of stability, of growth, and for the future. So it's affecting agriculture as well. So this, if we only talk about roads, and then beside it, as a side note, I will say we have created an experience for project managers, engineers, and workers. We have created jobs in order to build all those roads. You know, nearly 1/3 of the cost of any road goes for the people working on it. These people are Egyptians, nearly 2 million Egyptians, 2 million Egyptian families getting 1/3 of the cost that is being injected in the various societies of Egypt. So that's another increase. So we are talking about an intrinsic change. Parallel to the roads, if we talk about agriculture, we as Egyptians, ever since also Ramses and Hatshepsut and Cleopatra, we have had 8,500 fattans. Today, as we speak together, we have 12,000 fattans. And by 2015, we are going, 2025, we are going to be having, inshallah, 15,000 fattans. 15 million, I'm sorry.
Million, yes.
فطيب, this is an intrinsic change in the reality of agriculture in Egypt. And did we increase only the number of fattans? No. We have increased the number of cultivated land for strategic food for Egyptians, to keep the security of the future, to keep our people well fed,
Yes.
for the requirements. And we have built the silos that keeps our food stuff and our grains and wheat. We have built the roads to move them. We have built the trains to carry the vessels of food products around. So this is an intrinsic change in our Egyptian reality.
Yes.
So when today, on a national level, we are discussing our future, we have to say, where did we come from? Where we are as a nation? Who is involved in all of this building and uphold of our systems, all our systems, agriculture, essential infrastructure, electricity, oil and gas sector, and all of this has created Egypt into having strategic advantage to maintain a secure future,
Yes.
local and regional.
Absolutely.
So all of this put together creates a very fertile ground of pride, of strength, strategic advantage. We can, and then knowing that everybody's on the table, we are discussing our future with all Egyptian segments and sectors that are available in the Egyptian social, civil society, political, everybody's there. And as our leadership mentioned, everybody who is looking for a future for Egypt, the only sector that are not there are the sectors that said, if we don't agree, we are going to kill. Then we can never discuss anything about the future. Because why are we agreeing? We are agreeing to create a future. Are we guaranteeing that it's going to be 1,000% right? Nobody can guarantee anything, but we can guarantee that we will always work together to make things better.
Absolutely.
But we cannot have somebody who says, oh, if we don't agree, we are going to kill. No.
No.
So that is why all
Yes.
Egyptian people, with all their backgrounds, different point of view, are sitting together with pride.
And this
Very
is
well
indeed,
covered.
Doctor, I mean, a great opportunity to really, change the culture of dialogue, amongst
It's true.
Egyptians, allow for difference of opinions, allow for difference of ideas. Difference in opinion bears no harm, as we saw, Dia Rashwan, the General Coordinator of the National Dialogue, saying today. And at the end of the day, no opinion will be, mutually excluded. And consensus really is the main goal on how to move forward.
And I totally agree with what you are saying. It's always about consensus. And as we like to say in the civil society, a well-governed consensus that is very public, that is very open and transparent, and that is very encompassive. It encompasses and takes in the points of views and the ideas of everybody there.
Yes.
Not necessarily that it's the right one, not necessarily that it is the main one, but it is on the table.
And respected.
It always adds. It always adds. One way or the other, it always adds. It adds to the product that we are all looking forward to. But what is the main product? The main product is tomorrow of the young Egyptian people.
Yes.
Is the tomorrow of Egypt. And the tomorrow of Egypt from this point today is of respect, mutual respect, transparent governance, dialogue, and the word dialogue in a political arena of difference is a fantastic point of success for Egyptian people who have worked hard in the last 8 years to build essential infrastructure, to build for their future, and to build also for their political environment that is well governed, that always maintain the security of their future.
Yes, absolutely. I'd like to thank you very, very much, Dr. May El-Batran, Professor at Cairo University. Thank you so much, ma'am, for all your time and your insights on today's edition of Cairo Local Time. Ladies and gentlemen, a very short break, and we'll be right back to continue. Stay tuned.